Hello and welcome to Dingoes Ate My Podcast. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
I'm Justin.
The episode we're talking about this week is Helpless, which originally aired January 19th, 1999. In this episode, we start in the library, where Giles shows Buffy a variety of crystals, ostensibly to teach her how to identify them. Later on patrol, Buffy. Okay.
Bunny?
Bunny. No. Buffy's strength suddenly deserts her and she is nearly killed by a vampire. Buffy reports the problem to Giles and demonstrates her poor performance when throwing knives at a target. At home, Buffy is disappointed to find out that her father is too busy to take her to the ice show for her 18th birthday.
Sadness.
She suggests to Giles that he could take her instead. Giles has Buffy stare at a crystal until she falls into a trance, then injects her with a mysterious substance. Meanwhile, Quentin Travers, the head watcher, sets up a test for the Slayer, assisted by two men named Hobson and Blair. Buffy tries to intervene when Cordelia's argument with an aggressive suitor becomes physical, but she is casually knocked aside. Buffy enlists the help of her friends to figure out what is wrong. She visits Angel, who gives her a book for her birthday. He tells her about how he saw her before she knew she was the Slayer, and how he loved her from the first second he saw her, which is really fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kralak, the captive vampire intended for Buffy's test, breaks out of his straitjacket while Blair's giving him his pills. I don't know what these pills are meant to do. He then turns Blair into a vampire. Giles goes to find Quentin at the Sunnydale Arms building, but discovers that Kralak is missing and Hobson is dead. Buffy, walking home alone, is confronted by Kralak. Blair chases her until Giles drives by and picks her up. At the Summers home, Joyce hears a noise out front where she finds Kralak wrapped up in Buffy's really fucking ugly jacket. Giles tells Buffy that she has lost her strength due to the injection of muscle relaxant and adrenaline suppressors he has given her, and about the test. Furious, Buffy returns home to find a picture of her mother bound to a chair and gagged by Kralak. Buffy goes to the Sunnydale Arms building, beats Blair unconscious, and then is chased by Kralak until his need for his pills becomes unbearable. Buffy steals them, runs away, and slides down a laundry chute where she finds her mother. Kralak breaks down the door and grabs his pills back, washing them down with a glass of nearby water. Unfortunately, he didn't know that Buffy had swapped out his water with holy water, causing Kralak to burn from within. Buffy frees her mother as Giles arrives and stakes Blair. Back at the library, Quentin congratulates Buffy for her accomplishment, but Buffy is angry with him. Quentin then tells Giles that he is fired because of his relationship with the Slayer is more of that of a father than a watcher. He tells Buffy that a new watcher will be assigned to her and warns Giles not to interfere before leaving. Buffy then allows Giles to tend to her wounds, and credits roll. Well, not quite. Because we get good Xander at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to skip to the end and talk about Xander.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there's a scene where they're all making sandwiches, which in itself is good. And then I don't remember if it's a peanut butter or a jam jar that Buffy can't get open. And then Xander's like, sometimes you just need a big, strong man around, and then he grabs the jar and he can't open it. And he's like,
Hey, Will, can you give me a hand?
Will, can you give me a hand with that? It's so good. Because of course Xander can't do anything.
Useless.
Did I mention that Buffy wears a really ugly tracksuit in this episode? She wears a really ugly tracksuit in this episode.
When she first runs into the vampire after he escapes, or when she goes to face the vampire back at the building?
No, the first one she fights. Like the very first one where she almost gets staked.
Oh, okay, that one.
It's hideous. Okay. What did you guys think of this episode? I don't know if that's an angry sound or not.
It's conflicted. Because on the one hand, god damn, those guys are absolutely insane. Doing that to a typical person, causing all that psychological trauma.
Not a typical person, a Slayer.
Yeah.
A Slayer.
Yeah. You have to remember Buffy is a superhero.
Yep.
Again, but on the other side of that, guess what? She's human for a time, and that's still kind of a part of it.
Mm-hmm. But they don't care.
No. What? Okay, so put yourself in the Watchers Council shoes. You lose a Slayer, what happens?
You get a new one.
Exactly. They literally can't lose.
Well, can't lose. Just they have a way of taking care of the bad things.
The only way that they lose is if the world ends.
Well, yeah. But everybody kind of loses then.
Exactly.
So, no, like, I understand the idea behind the test. I'm not, like, it's horrible what they do, but I understand the idea behind it.
Yeah. I mean, they should at least, maybe tell them that this is gonna happen?
No. That's not necessary.
Apparently
you
not.
just inject people with, like, muscle relaxants and other shit. Can I inject somebody with muscle relaxants just walking down the street? Yeah. It was a test! They failed.
No.
So yes, I was mildly conflicted and several other particular emotions within this episode.
Okay. Justin, what did you think?
I like Buffy's clever use of holy water.
I love that. I wish they did it. I think this is the only time in the series that they're going to do that. And I wish it happened more often, because it's so fun.
Which, I mean, she took advantage of his one main weakness was apparently just having to take a pill of some sort.
Yeah, which we don't even know what those pills do.
It seemed to be some sort of particular mental thing from his stress and concern when not taking them.
Maybe, because, I mean, he was rather agitated before taking pills, usually.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, they don't explain it.
Yeah. They definitely explain how he works, though, and, oh boy, he's a wonderful type of terrifying.
Who?
The vampire.
Oh, Kralik?
Yeah.
Yes. That actor will be back later in Season 6, playing a different character.
Interesting.
Alright.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so Giles gets fired at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Stupid company rules for not interfering with the shit.
But Giles will still be a character anyway.
Yeah, he still has a job at the library, so he's still going to be a part of the show, obviously. He's literally one of the most important characters.
He's not going to be
you particular
watcher,
peoples,
but he'll be a librarian.
Yes, he will still have his librarian job. Because, like, this is the episode where they this is the episode for everybody who hasn't figured it out yet. Giles and Buffy are supposed to be father and daughter. It's the episode where they really hammer that home. Like, that's the way you're supposed to take that relationship.
No.
Because they literally call it out in the episode.
No, okay, I can see that.
But this is for all the folks that are a little slow.
Or decently thick-headed.
Yeah, well. Okay, so for music, it's actually just original score again.
Yeah.
And for international titles. In French, it's Defenseless.
Okay.
It's kind of boring. But in German, The Final Examination.
Yeah.
Would it really be the final exam? Are there other exams after the 18th birthday?
From the Watchers? No.
Okay.
I don't think so. Not that I can remember, anyway.
Alright. Then, yeah, it would be a final exam of sorts.
Yes. Alrighty, so, did you guys have any last-minute thoughts about this episode?
Buffy would have preferred a written test. Maybe.
I think she would have preferred a written as well. Although she doesn't do very well on the written.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she had her power sapped, so she probably would have preferred written.
Yeah, it's really interesting that they actually... So, we find out that Giles is the one who takes her powers away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, the one thing I don't like about this episode is how quickly she forgives him. Like, I feel like that should be at least a couple of episode arc.
Nah, true.
Well,
true.
It might have slowed things down a little bit with, like, plot and stuff, but I don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I mean, there are enough episodes, I think, where you could have done it. Like, you could have moved some episodes around or made it work. And arguably, there are a couple episodes coming up that are just, like, kind of filler. They're good, but they're kind of filler.
I see.
You have to question, though, if it would put too much of a hindrance on episodes coming prior of Buffy still having some friction with Giles to try and assist with solving a problem in that sort of way. But, again, it might just have been a case to make sure that everything kind of ended with a nice little bow at the end of the episode to make sure that everything was kind of back to somewhat of a norm, despite all the stuff that happened.
Well, yeah, Joe's being fired, and well...
Well, okay, so the next episode is called the Zeppo.
The what?
What is that supposed to entail?
So you don't get the reference.
Ew.
Do you know anything about the Marx Brothers?
Yes.
Okay, there's a Marx brother called Zeppo Marx.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he was kind of like the least popular one. So this episode focuses on Xander.
A Xander episode.
It's a Xander-specific, like, Xander-centric episode.
Even more so than the previous episodes involving Xander?
Oh no, this is, like, mostly Xander.
Like, there may be the occasional pop-in of Willow, possibly Buffy, but all in all, it's all Xander's and his daily hijinks.
So, the episode is built around Xander. Everybody else will be in it, but it's built around Xander.
Bogaboos.
And it is... let's just say Xander gets into some trouble, and...
When does Xander ever not get himself into trouble?
The rest of the gang will be busy battling a hell beast, and Xander's going to get into trouble with Student. And it'll be good. It'll be real good.
Ooh.
We're going to get to see the Helmuth monster again.
The one from season 1 or
Yep.
a new one?
No, that one. It'll be good. Alrighty, so if neither of you have anything to add, that'll be it.
Alrighty.
Alrighty then, I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.